Hey everybody, it's Jenny McGarvey, and I'm going to share with you today how I planned in my Happy Planner for the week of August 22nd through 28th. I'm using my Be Bright Happy Planner, and as you can see, last week I did a rainbow theme. If you did not watch that plan with me, I loved it. I can't get enough rainbow weeks, they're my favorite. But a couple of girls on my Instagram were talking about how they were going to do a black and white theme this week. To be perfectly honest with you, it had never even occurred to me, and I spontaneously decided to join them and do a black and white themed week. Now, while the rainbow weeks are my favorite, I love them, they're super easy. The black and white was so hard. So it was just really hard to put together all kinds of different things that were only black and white. I'm so used to using a color scheme that I'm actually pretty dependent on it, to be perfectly honest. Like, it really is how I plan my week. And so finding only black and white items was definitely a challenge, but you know what? It's so cool. I love to think of things like that. So, as you can see, I am searching through the Happy Planner sticker books that I have created using Me and My Big Ideas patterned paper and then the expander rings. And I'm looking for black and white stickers that will do the jobs that I need them to do. Now, there are so many black and white options from the Happy Planner, which is awesome because obviously it's definitely a great color scheme. I use it all the time in other color schemes, but never alone. So it's totally crazy, right? Anyway, so I am using some of these stickers, which are oldies but goodies and total favorites, and filling in different things and just looking at my supplies a little bit differently because normally I'm looking for a very specific color or a very specific idea, and that hasn't changed. I'm definitely still looking for black and white things, but I I just rarely am looking for black and white things. Those are usually things that go with anything. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, of course I can use that little black star bullet because it would go with any color scheme. So anyway, I am using just a little tiny little black bullet to notate a practice, and it's awesome. It's something that I do on the regular. It is so simple, but when you combine it with other more complex things, either layered stickers or just fancier stickers that draw your eye to it, the bullet really stands out. At least I think it does. Like, I'm looking at that right now, and look, I'm really drawn to it because of its simplicity. So I find that when you mix things up, my eye definitely is drawn towards those types of things. And to be perfectly honest, I need my eye to be drawn towards certain things because my days aren't usually the same. They're all so super different that I need to keep looking through my planner to remember different activities and events. Now I'm moving on to Tuesday because I've already completed Monday with those couple of events and then my to-do list down at the very bottom. And I'm just using some of my favorites. Now on Tuesday, my son has a appointment with an oral surgeon and we've never been there before. So I will use my sidebar for both my meal planning and then notating the address for that oral surgeon because I absolutely could look it up on my phone, that's no problem. But when it's in my planner, I know I can just flip to that spot, find it, and go. Like, it's totally so much more simple for me to know that it's already written down versus sort of going through my phone. Okay, is this the right one? Is this the right location? This way I know because I have the card, the appointment card, and it's got that information on it, and I can just copy it right into my planner, and I don't have to keep track of the little card either. So it's pretty awesome for me. Now, one of the things with having so many different stickers is that it takes a while to sort through them and find the perfect one for what I'm doing. So I've written on there and then I realized, oh, it's on there crooked. Now, initially I had thought, meh, I'll let it go. It's not that big of a deal. And then I realized, yeah, it's kind of hideous. So I need to switch it and pull it up. And that's the good thing about sort of reevaluating as I go. I don't consider myself a perfectionist in any way, shape, or form. I'm very go with the flow, but sometimes you just have to switch it up. And so when I'm constantly reevaluating, okay, does that sticker look okay there? Is that going to work for me? Which is really honestly the more important thing. Then I can see, yeah, that's not going to work. I'm going to need to move that. Now that's an old favorite technique that I haven't done in a long time, using those half circle stickers, butting it up right to the line and then writing the activity or the event right next to it. It's definitely a little bit different and it's not something that I have been doing recently, but it's one of those things that I can change. I'm not using a normal event sticker, and it looks a little bit different. So again, like I mentioned with you on those bullet point stickers, the tiny little star on Monday, I need something different to change it up and keep my eye moving throughout the week. As you can see, for Tuesday on my to-do list, I used that self-inking stamp, from the Happy Planner, and I got that down. And then I used my little cute to-do sticker. I love that little font. It's so cute, to notate that that was my to-do list, which is kind of silly because obviously I know it's my to-do list, but it's cute to have that sticker there, so I'm cool with it. Anyway, with that self-inking stamp, I try to line up the upper right-hand corner of the stamp with the upper right-hand corner of the box. Just a tip. That's where I like it, and I like the way that that sort of centers it inside of the box. It works good for me. So now I've moved on to the second half of this week, and again, like I said, we're sticking with the black and white theme for this week, so it's it's crazy how much I'm having to really go through these sticker books to find the perfect black and white thing, because A, there are so many stickers, and then B, I'm looking at stickers in a whole different way because I'm never looking specifically for a black and white sticker. So it's kind of interesting. Now, that's definitely, as I mentioned last week, one of the things that takes me the longest about planning is not getting the plans down. That's pretty simple, and since I plan pretty simply, yet I think it looks pretty good most of the time, it's looking for the stickers, to be honest. I mean, there are so many that it's hard to figure out, like, oh yeah, where is that one that I knew I saw one time when I flipped through? I'm getting a little bit better because I'm getting a better hang of where all the things are. But even in my own sticker books where I've set them up based on their function or their decorativeness, it's still hard for me to find a specific sticker in between 1,000 others. So now, the good thing about a black and white themed week, which I had never thought about before, is there are so many options. It's awesome. Now, like right here, this super cute black and white striped, get it done sticker. I can use that as a header for a to-do list, which is so cool, and it's different, and it just looks great right there. Now, again, I would totally use that in a different themed week. Say I was doing a blue and a green themed week. Well, maybe I wouldn't do it with blue and green. Let's say red and pink. I would totally throw a black and white sticker in there. That would look awesome. But doing it all on its own, that's a lot different for me. Now, on Friday afternoon, I'm using a things to do, an entire box sticker. And again, I don't normally do that because my handwriting is so big. It's hard for me to use those types of stickers that have lines because sometimes they're too close together and I have a really hard time squishing my handwriting in there. But this one will work because A, it is a little bit squished together, but it's Friday afternoon and I don't normally have that many to-dos on Fridays. That's kind of my light to-do list day. So I'm going to go with it. We'll see how it works. And if it's not my favorite, I won't do it again. And that's one of my favorite things about planning is that it's just one week. If it's not my favorite technique, or if this type of sticker doesn't work for me, or I don't end up liking how it looks, I don't have to do it again. So I don't try to stress. I try not to stress about those types of things because it's absolutely not necessary at all. Now, as you can see, I'm still continuing to plan. I've moved into the weekend now since I finished the Thursday and the Friday. And I'm just adding a little bit of this and a little bit of that, the half circle sticker for my book club, a little weekend banner, which I'm so excited that the Happy Planner came out with those in these new sticker books because they look fantastic and they are just so awesome. I love them. Now, I'm going to do what I like to do in the Sunday evening section, which is a look forward to the next week. And so I just used that to-do sticker and then those little bullet points because it did what I needed it to do. I'm not sure if I had any next week stickers in those books. I don't think so. And so this is a great stand-in for what I needed it to do. So my brain normally works in the way that I need something that says next week, but you know what? Why not try something different? Why not open myself up to a brand new technique? Am I right? So I will use some other decorative little pieces throughout, and like this choose to be happy sticker, I'm going to go ahead and just put it right there on Thursday morning. I like to add most of the decor after I'm done with my core planning because the core planning is the key for me. The decoration is not the key. And so If I can add a couple of awesome decorative elements, that's fantastic. I'm super excited about that. But it's definitely not my focus in any way, shape, or form. So I try not to think about decorating when I'm actually planning. I try to wait. But sometimes, I'll see a cute sticker and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I totally have to use that. That would be so perfect. Now I'm using a full box sticker on Saturday afternoon. Of course I screw it up and I don't get it in there straight because what else would I do? But I go back and I pull it up and I straighten it out. And it works out okay. The sticker came up great. I didn't tear anything. And so that's very, very exciting. Now I also need another decorative sticker. And so that's the challenge, is looking where you have space and what would go good. And so I don't want to do 2 circles because I already have some other circle elements. So, it's just finding balance between different design elements and what will work in the space that you have. Now, the last thing that I want to do is just add a couple of little strips of washi tape. I'm pulling out a couple of my favorite black and white, like that floral, and then we're all set. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please leave me a thumbs up. It lets me know that you enjoyed the video, and it lets YouTube know the types of things that you like to see. Thank you so much, and make it a great day.